Right now at 5, frustration is growing at testing sites across Dane County as thousands of people wait for COVID test results.
Also, a jury will need to recall dozens of hours of testimony after a week-long gap in the Halderson trial. We're looking back at the first 6 days to help you get up to speed.
And today we remember civil rights icon Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., how people in Madison are honoring him. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Thanks for staying with us at 5, everyone. Are you still waiting for your COVID test results? Well, if that's the case, you're not alone.
As the Omicron variant spreads rapidly, more people are opting for a PCR test. Pharmacists say the wait is leading to a lot of frustration.
It's a constant, steady stream. It's really very relentless.
Delays in results are not unique to any one test site.
Our Brad Hamilton is live outside one of the popular places people are going right now at the Fitchburg Family Pharmacy. Brad, what did you learn about delays today?
Well, Susan and Mark, it can take a couple hours just to get tested here at the Fitchburg Family Pharmacy. And they've gotten so busy recently that it takes about 80 hours to get your test results back. And they're not the only site that's dealing with this issue. Kaylee Hunt spent most of her Monday morning in the Fitchburg Family Pharmacy drive-through line.
Not super fun. I've been in this line almost 2 hours now.
And she's not alone. We've seen lines wrapped around the block and caused traffic issues here. No one on site could talk on camera today, but they told us that the test results are often taking up to 80 hours. That's at least 3.5 days, and it's a similar delay elsewhere, too.
There have been times when testing was lighter, when we were getting our test results back in less than a day, which was awesome. But right now, the most recent test results have been coming back in 3 or more days.
Tony Peterangelo's Forward Pharmacy in McFarland is facing a similar challenge. He's also struggled to keep up with rapid testing to stay in stock due to high demand, and PCR test appointments fill up fast every day.
It leads to a lot of patient frustration. We're getting a lot of calls. I think a lot of people think that the testing sites have something to do with the timeline when really we're just a middleman.
Public Health reopened its COVID testing site at the Alliant Energy Center last week. PHMDC uses a company called Accelerated Labs to do their testing, aiming for a 48 to 72-hour turnaround time while trying to ramp up testing to 1,000 per day this week. But Peterangelo is stressing patience as he and his staff work to try and keep up with the record-high case numbers right now.
Just be patient, be kind, give everyone some leeway. We all want our results as quickly as possible, but there are limitations to everything.
If you've got any questions on testing, make sure to go to channel3000.com. We've got a ton of great information on there. Mark and Susan.
Brad, thank you. Patience is the key. Let's go look now at your certified most accurate forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti out on the weather patio. Not a bad evening out there.
No, and tomorrow will actually even be a little milder, but enjoy it while you can because temperatures will turn sharply colder after that. Visible cloud track shows we had clouds for much of the day today. We had some sunshine return this afternoon. Skies have actually cleared out a little bit right now. There are a few flurries up in northern Wisconsin, some light snow showers up in northern portions of Minnesota, and then downwind from the Great Lakes. Low temperatures this morning started out in the lower 20s right after midnight. High temperatures so far have been near 30 here in Madison. 29 is the warmest we've been. And right now we're still just a little bit below that at 27. Wind chills are not bad because there's not much of a breeze out here. But look for an alert day in the forecast for Thursday and Thursday night for bitterly cold temperatures of 5 to 10 below zero and wind chills down to 28 to 25 below zero and highs only in the single digits. Wind chills below zero during the day. Tomorrow, though, one more mild day. High of 36, maybe a few flurries or a little drizzle in the afternoon. But after that, things change. I'll have more in the forecast in a few minutes.
All right, Gary, thank you. Scientists in the area are now relying on wastewater to track COVID-19. Data from the Wisconsin Department of Health Services shows a considerable decline in the virus's presence in Madison's sewage system. But because wastewater samples include a mix of everything that gets flushed down a drain, it can be difficult to find the virus. That's why scientists working at the COVID-19 wastewater surveillance program say we should be patient.
Wastewater is a great snapshot of the community, and it can tell us a lot about people who are asymptomatic or not testing. So it's a good, well-mixed sample from the whole entire community because everybody goes to the bathroom.
Last week, health officials in Rock County said wastewater monitoring led them to believe COVID-19 is much more prevalent in the community now than it has ever been. New poll numbers show more Americans think President Biden is doing a bad job at handling the pandemic. Natalie Brand has the details.
Nearly 1 year in the White House, President Biden is not only still battling a pandemic, but now also public opinion of his administration's COVID response. A new CBS News poll shows the president's rating on handling the pandemic is down to the lowest point of his presidency, with just 36% of those surveyed saying the COVID response is going well. Americans also pointed to confusing guidance from the CDC.
Quite frankly, they're falling short in a couple of ways.
Maryland Governor Larry Hogan says he's frustrated with the lag time on promises.
The president announced nearly a month ago, before Christmas, that he was going to distribute these 500 million rapid tests out across the country, and so far we haven't seen any.
Others, like newly elected Virginia Governor Republican Glenn Youngkin, are dissatisfied with school mask mandates.
We are providing parents an opt-out.
Most school districts say they're following CDC guidance, so several in Virginia are vowing to fight that executive order as more of the youngest among us are now suffering. A growing number of children are ending up in the hospital, with pediatric cases on the rise.
We have matched our worst Delta wave with hospitalizations, and then even more than that are clinic visits for what might be considered mild cases.
While Omicron appears to be receding in parts of the Northeast, health officials warn it could be weeks before new COVID infections peak nationally. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
The White House says it will unveil its website to sign up for free COVID tests on Wednesday.
One of the top American vacation destinations could require tourists to get boosted before they visit. Hawaii's governor says his office is strongly considering changing its definition of fully vaccinated. Right now, travelers only need 2 approved COVID vaccine doses to visit the islands. He says those who are not boosted would have to isolate for 5 days once they arrive at their own expense. Currently, only Americans can visit Hawaii, with a few exceptions made for international tourists. Israeli scientists released new preliminary data suggesting a 4th dose of the Pfizer or Moderna vaccines increased the number of antibodies in each patient. However, they say it might not be enough to protect against a possible breakthrough infection caused by the Omicron variant. Israel started trials for a 4th dose of the vaccines for healthy participants in December. More data is expected when the team publishes its findings.
There has been a lot of evidence to keep track of in the first 6 days of the Halderson trial before the unusual step of putting the trial on hold after Chandler tested positive for COVID-19.
If you've forgotten some of the key points, Naomi Coles is here to get you up to date before court resumes tomorrow.
When the trial paused a week ago, prosecutors implied they only had a couple more days of evidence to get through, and we were expecting the defense to be fairly short. Some of the biggest moments of the trial: opening statements when prosecutors accused Chandler of spreading a web of lies about his job and school courses, leading to a possible motive when it all came crumbling down. Much of the trial has been spent questioning close friends, neighbors, and expert witnesses, and showing dozens of pictures and lots of video.
He cut up their bodies with axes and saws and knives, and he didn't even give them the dignity of having a funeral or even a final resting place in one piece or together.
Facts, laws, and rules, plus logic. That's your role here as a juror. Don't assume anything.
Coming up at 6 o'clock, I'll give you a complete breakdown of the biggest moments of the first 6 days. We have been covering this step by step since the very beginning. You can find all that coverage online right now at channel3000.com. For News 3 Now, I'm Naomi Coles.
Thank you, Naomi. Today we remember civil rights icon Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Dr. King was a Baptist minister and activist who became the most visible spokesman and leader of the civil rights movement. He advanced civil rights through the power of speech and acts of nonviolent resistance. That included leading dozens of marches for Black people's right to vote, desegregation, labor rights, and basic civil rights. Dr. King won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1964 and was assassinated 4 years later. This year commemorates what would have been his 93rd birthday. The city of Madison will be observing the holiday tonight with a special virtual event. It starts at 6 o'clock. Ilyasa Shabazz will serve as the keynote speaker. She is the daughter of civil rights leader Malcolm X. You can find a link to watch the event on the city's ML King Coalition website.
Well, today, Madison College students volunteered at Little John's Kitchen in honor of MLK Day. Little John's is a community kitchen for transforming food access into accessible chef-quality meals for everyone, regardless of their means. Volunteers stayed busy sorting fruit and packaging lunches, but made some time to talk to us about why they're volunteering today.
It's a way for me to get connected to the community because as an international student, we come to a new country to get connected to the community. Volunteering is one way to do that. Yeah.
If you'd like to sign up to volunteer or donate, visit littlejohnskitchens.org.
Today, Martin Luther King III led a peace walk across Washington's Frederick Douglass Bridge. He called on Congress to pass stricter protections for voting rights. The bill would remove restrictions that Republicans say enhance election security, but with its passage in doubt, advocates say the nation is at a critical point.
If you can deliver an infrastructure bill for bridges, you can deliver voting rights for Americans. If you do not, there's no bridge in this nation that can hold the weight of that failure.
The Senate plans to debate the voting rights bill tomorrow, and the president says whatever happens, he will continue the fight.
We'll get plenty of cold, but not much snow, at least not the likes of what they're getting out east right now.
Coming up next at 5, massive snow piles, many without power, and it's not done yet. We'll take you to the East Coast just before Gary's full forecast. And some Wisconsin Republicans are aiming to make more young adults eligible to carry a concealed weapon. We'll tell you what age they're targeting and why.
If your home is drafty and cold in the winter and your heating bills are out of control, it's time for a visit from Dr. Energy Saver by Larson Home Services. Our team will show you where and why your home is using, losing, and wasting energy. We will conduct a comprehensive energy evaluation of your home, identifying problem areas and providing a customized solution that fits your needs. We offer a full range of installation services for your home aimed at eliminating drafts in your living areas, attic, basement, and crawl spaces. These energy upgrades will save you big money on your energy bills and make your home more comfortable and efficient. Our team will provide effective, long-lasting solutions, and right now take 50% off installation labor, get a free heat map analysis of your home, and get a $100 Visa gift card when you sign up for Dr. Energy Saver package. Call now to set up your free estimate because this doctor makes house calls.
If you're hungry and you want a great deal, the Super Slam is your perfect meal. It's pancakes, eggs, sausage, bacon, and hash browns. It's enough breakfast for dinner, and it's as good as it sounds. See you at Denny's.
My daughter has type 2 diabetes, and lately, I've seen this change in her.
Once weekly Trulicity is proven to help lower A1C. It lowers blood sugar from the first dose, and you could lose up to 10 pounds. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Trulicity.
From defunding the police to not prosecuting criminals, Democrat policies are disastrous for America. When I ran in 2016, I intended to serve a second term and go home. But today, our nation is on a very dangerous path. If you could help make America safer and stronger, would you walk away? I've decided I can't. I'll stand and fight for freedom. I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message because I love America and Wisconsin, just like you.
The Halderson trial is set to resume tomorrow. Tonight, we'll recap the last week and a half of testimony and an urgent call for volunteers who's asking for help and what you can do to assist them. We'll see you at 6.
News 3 Now's Call for Action team advocates for you, asking the right questions.
You hope to make that right.
And getting results.
They sent a water heater the next day after you made the call.
Call for Action, only on News 3 Now.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Well, police in the UK say they've arrested 2 teens in connection with the hostage situation at a Texas synagogue over the weekend. It's unclear if the teens are facing charges. Officials say a 44-year-old British citizen was responsible for the standoff. A man was asking for a release of a woman who is currently in prison in Texas for the attempted murder of U.S. forces in Afghanistan. 4 hostages, including Rabbi Charlie Citron Walker, were held at gunpoint for hours.
We're still processing. It's been a lot. It's completely overwhelming. I threw a chair at the gunman, and I headed for the door, and all 3 of us were able to get out without even a shot being fired.
The suspect was shot by a SWAT team. All 4 hostages escaped unharmed.
Well, heavy snow is falling fast in parts of the Northeast.
And tens of thousands of people are without power in some areas. Nikki Batiste has the details.
It took muscles and machines to move mountains of snow in Buffalo, New York Monday.
I've been out here since 8:30 this morning, and that's all I've really gotten done.
Cleanup is also underway in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where any kind of travel is treacherous. Near Cleveland, Ohio, snowfall measured 17 inches.
Everyone I see getting out of their cars and just trying to help each other, complete strangers. A couple of my coworkers called and they were stuck out here, and we got them up, and now I'm just trying to help everybody else.
And while areas close to the coastline avoided big snow accumulation, Old Saybrook, Connecticut faced flooding, and hurricane-force winds in Salisbury, Massachusetts fueled a fire near the oceanfront.
Around 2:30 this morning, an officer pounded on my door and screamed, "Everybody has to evacuate this area. There's a fire right up the street and it's coming your way."
The fire destroyed a motel, an apartment complex, and 3 homes. Here in Rochester, New York, the forecast is up to 16 inches of snow, and this area is under a winter storm advisory until late Monday as the system moves north into Canada. The storm hit the Mid-Atlantic and Southeast region Sunday, wiping out power to more than 100,000 customers. Thousands are still in the dark today. Freezing rain in North Carolina coated roads with ice. In Durham, crews worked late into the night removing this tractor trailer that slid off an overpass. The driver was treated for injuries. In Virginia, snow and ice forced some truck drivers to abandon their vehicles. And in Florida, the warm side of the storm spun up multiple tornadoes. Nikki Batiste, CBS News, Rochester, New York.
Wild weather system. Let's get a look at our certified most accurate forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. No snow like that around here.
No, we missed the storm to our west, to our south, and now it's to the east. You can see the heavier snow bands moving through parts of New York State. Some of this now being enhanced off of Lake Ontario, heavy lake effect snow bands into parts of north central New York State, and then the main part of the storm lifting northeastward into Canada. Around here, just a few flurries up in the northern portion of the state. Things pretty quiet across southern Wisconsin. All this morning, take a look at this. This is radar from about between 6 and 12 in the morning hours, and you can see this narrow little band of snow flurries and snow showers. It's actually some moisture that was given off by the power plant in Portage, and the atmosphere has just had just enough moisture in it to make the difference to generate a few light snow showers. Happens every once in a while, but it was just in a very narrow band. Most of us didn't see any snow at all. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Tomorrow, we'll see mainly drizzle or some flurries in the afternoon with temperatures in the middle 30s. There could be a little freezing drizzle as temperatures drop below freezing tomorrow evening, but the real drop in temperatures will occur by early on Wednesday morning. Wednesday will be breezy. We'll see falling temperatures. We'll be in the teens early in the day and probably in the single digits by this time, and then bitterly cold weather arrives Thursday through early Friday morning. In fact, we do have an alert day in the forecast for Thursday into Thursday night. Low temperatures around 5 below 0 Thursday morning with wind chills as cold as 25 below 0. During the daytime, high temperatures only around 7 above, but wind chills staying below 0 during the day. Thursday Thursday night and Friday morning might even be a little colder with temperatures close to 10 below zero, but the winds will be lighter, so wind chills shouldn't be as bad. You can see snow cover across much of our part of the Midwest, and then the East Coast storm, a little bit of a break in between. Notice the western high plains, very little in the way of snow here, and this is starting to set up a pattern which is more favorable for snow out east than it is here in our part of the Midwest. And the reason why, this area warms up, this area stays cold because of the snow cover, so the jet stream comes in from the northwest, doesn't bring us a lot of moisture in the first place, and it keeps the main storm track away from us. So you can see temperatures right now over the snow cover, mainly 20s and 30s, pretty seasonal for this time of year, but where there's a very little or no snow cover, temperatures are in the 50s, even some 60s in the western high plains. So that makes a big difference, and that jet stream kind of runs in between on the temperature contrast, but this time out of the northwest, and that keeps us away from any big storm systems. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, a little milder, maybe a couple of flurries or a little drizzle in the afternoon with a high temperature of 36, but the 7 to 10 day forecast, that high of 15 early in the day on Wednesday with falling temperatures, the alert day for bitterly cold temperatures on Thursday. Then we'll look for temperatures to stay cold for Friday, a brief warm-up Saturday, and then very cold temperatures for the first part of next week. Nighttime low temperatures around zero and wind chills in the morning as cold as 10 to 20 degrees below zero. As we check out first warn traffic, this is the view of the traffic camera, US 151 County Highway N in northeastern portions of Dane County. Traffic moving pretty steadily there. Not seeing any problems on the Beltline, I-39, 90, 94. On the east side of Madison, travel times pretty typical. 15 minutes either direction on the Beltline between University Avenue and the interstate. 25 minutes from the Beltline to Janesville on I-39, 90. 16 minutes from Middleton to Sauk City on US 12. Downtown to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151. A quick 17 minutes. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
All right, Gary, thank you. Today is the late Betty White's 100th birthday. Coming up, how her hometown is celebrating and where you can watch a new film about her life.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Sick of waiting for your furniture to arrive? Menards has furniture you need in stock. Plus, you get a free rug. That's right. Buy any upholstered living room furniture at $299 or more and get a free 5x7 area rug. That's $149.99 in savings. Need a new chair? How about a sectional? A new recliner or love seat? Buy one today. Get a free rug. Hurry up. Get to Menards before they're gone. In store only while supplies last.
Save big money at Menards.
How much money have you wasted trying to find the right shade of foundation to match your skin tone? You end up with so many unused bottles, yet you can't bear to throw them out. Now, there's Color Beauty Self-Adjusting Foundation, which means you'll never search for the perfect shade again.
It's really difficult for me to find a good tone foundation. I usually purchase about 3 or 4 and sometimes mix them. Color Beauty is a game changer in finding the right foundation. You put it on your skin and it transforms into your own skin tone.
The Color Beauty foundation is so simple to put on. My skin looks great and it just looks awesome.
The key to the innovative Color Beauty formula is tiny color beads that release and blend to perfectly match your skin tone as you apply it. The foundation is white when it comes out of the bottle, but when I begin to apply it, it adjusts to blend perfectly with the color of my skin.
My biggest problem area is my cheeks right here. Color Beauty feels really light on my skin, and I can tell that it is pretty full coverage, so it looks like I don't have too much foundation on, but it is covering all my acne scars like I was saying before. I actually really love it.
It's weightless and it's full coverage, and also it literally just matches my skin as soon as I put it on. It's no work. I've never experienced a foundation like this.
Color Beauty only comes in 2 colors, light and medium. If you have fair skin or you burn easily, go with the light. If you have darker skin, go with the medium. Plus, with an SPF of 50, they're getting the highest level of sun protection in a lightweight formula. And best of all is Color Beauty's exclusive special. Order this New Year's and get 40% off. That means you'll get the color adjusting foundation, the skin smoothing primer, and the fan favorite lash enhancer for thicker, longer looking lashes at 40% off. Plus, get free shipping. Visit color40.com or call the number on your screen.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back, everyone. Today we remember Betty White, who would have been 100 years old today. Fans can mark the occasion at the movies. Betty White, a celebration, is more than a decade in the making and includes the final on-camera interview of the much-loved entertainer. It's set to play in more than 1,500 U.S. theaters, including here in Madison, tonight only. Check fathomevents.com for tickets and locations. Betty White's hometown is marking the television icon's birthday with a big celebration.
Mayor Kawash takes us to Oak Park, Illinois.
Welcome to Oak Park, Illinois, the birthplace of Betty White.
A proper celebration honoring the life of Oak Park's golden girl. Betty White honored in every fashion today in her hometown. Not even the cold temperatures could stop people from gathering in the heart of downtown.
I'm a big fan of Betty White and of Oak Park. My dad was born and raised here, so I have an affinity for the community and wanted to celebrate one of their famous residents.
Some fans went all out to honor the legend.
I did her face in white because of her name, Betty White.
The party included many of Betty's favorite things, like Red Vine's licorice and 100 slices of cake. Several local shops also setting up special deals to honor her. Also making an appearance, the vocalist of Betty White's famous show, The Golden Girls.
When I first did the show, I had no idea what it was about or who it was about, and look at the longevity it's had, you know, and it's amazing. And in particular, to pay tribute to Betty White is incredible because she embodies what Oak Parkers are to me.
Monday, January 17th is, of course, supposed to be Betty White's 100th birthday. And while she unfortunately couldn't make it to that, she's getting quite the present. The Illinois Senate announcing that January 17th will be an official holiday in Illinois going forward, Betty White Day.
There's a connection there that's sentimental that we can relate to.
It's a connection that Betty White spent decades building with her fans. Now her legacy lives on forever in her hometown and all across the world.
She will be missed. Well, the final check of your first warn forecast when we come back.
You're watching Madison's fastest growing newscast. News 3 Now at 5.
We rocks in the treetop all day long, hopping and bopping and singing this song. All the little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin going tweet, 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 rockin' robin.
High energy bills and cold drafty rooms are no way to go through winter. It's time for a visit from Dr. Energy Saver by Larson Home Services. Our team will find trouble spots where you are losing and wasting energy and will provide effective, long-lasting solutions. And right now, take 50% off installation labor, get a free heat map analysis of your home, and get a $100 Visa gift card when you sign up for Dr. Energy Saver package. Call now to set up your free estimate because this doctor makes house calls.
Your heart is at the heart of everything you do. And if you have heart failure, entrust your heart to Entresto. It's the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists. Entresto is proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Heart failure can change the structure of your heart, so it may not work as well. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. And with a healthier heart, there's no telling where life may take you. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto for heart failure. Entrust your heart to Entresto.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, that moment when we see a patient smile is everything to us. So whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or dental implants, we're here to help you. Go ahead and smile.
Go ahead and smile. Go ahead and smile. Go ahead and smile.
There's no telling what's in store with Wisconsin Lottery scratch games. It's Candy Blast, the sweet new $3 game that's chock full of fun. Use your symbols to match and reveal an entire game. Win up to $30,000. Instant scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery. Odds are you'll like them.
Hey, Lainey, when is the baby coming?
Very, very soon.
Dad, what about yours?
You're gonna... Yeah, okay, well...
We've got a lot of news to cover tonight. The shocking new details in the Texas hostage standoff from inside the synagogue. Our interview with one of the hostages. That and more news as the CBS Evening News is now just minutes away.
Well, the first full moon of the year, known as the Wolf Moon, will appear tonight. According to the Old Farmer's Almanac, the lunar event was named after wolves that were thought to howl more frequently this time of year.
The Wolf Moon will peak at 5:51 our time. You'll want to look just northeast, just above the horizon. And NASA says both Jupiter and Saturn will also be visible later tonight above the southwestern horizon. Crystal clear out there.
We need a clear sky for that.
Yeah, it's clear right now, so you get a chance to see it. There's a live view from Edgewater Sky Cam. Temperatures on the cold side, but we'll see clouds move in here later on tonight.
All right, thank you, Gary.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good evening. The CBS Evening News is coming up next.